In this module, I'll take you through the same process again in step-by-step fashion to get a classic wop-wop bass type preset, adding in a few new techniques along the way. So again, the synth is initialized to a single saw, which I'll take down a few octaves. Then I'll set the filter to a low pass and bring down the cutoff. And instead of using the envelope to modulate the cutoff, as it is at present, I'll turn that modulation amount down, and then we can use the LFO instead. So set cutoff 1 as the target, and then turn up the amount. Now we can't hear that much at the moment, and there's two reasons for that. Firstly, there's a second amount dial if you like, which is the LFO amplitude. So to give the maximum effect, I need to turn that up to max as well. Okay, a bit more. However, the main reason we're not hearing that much still is if you remember the symmetry setting, known as offset on some other synths, which determines if the LFO acts only upwards, only downwards, or in both directions on the control. As it's going in both directions at the moment, half of the LFO's cycle is shifting it below its actual range. So we need to raise up the symmetry so the modulation only works upwards from the position of the dial. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Other things I can do are set it to an upward sawtooth waveform, so the modulation is causing the filter to slide open repeatedly, then snap shut, so we get the wah sound happening over and over. And to make sure it always starts at the bottom of the waveform when I play notes, rather than at any point through it, as at present, I need to change the phase to that position, like so. So the filter is always closed when I play a note, and then opens. Just to show you how not to do it, if I set the phase to here, the filter is always open when I play a note, but snaps instantly shut, creating an undesirable click. Setting it correctly though now, the final main thing I need to do is synchronize the LFO speed, so it now locks to my project tempo, so I can create filter patterns that match beats in my DAW. So the LFO speed is the control you want to automate to achieve this, which I've done in a pattern in Live now, so you can see the kinds of cool effects you can make, even just with simple, sustained bass notes. All that remains is to play around with the resonance, and maybe bring the modulation amount down a bit. Yeah, sounding nice. Just as a bonus here, I'll add a second oscillator, which I'm going to pitch down a few octaves as well. But then make this one the hard FM type, and then crank up controls A and B, which creates a cool upper layer of harmonics. And, like in the earlier modules, I'm going to add some unison to this oscillator, leaving our deeper bass as just a single voice. Then I can make this oscillator nice and wide, to mix back in with our main bass oscillator to add a thick and wide top layer to the sound.